Speaking of the Tigers captain has stepped down after a magnificent tour de force. Trent Cotchin as the captain of the Richmond Football Club.
Oh, he's been brilliant, and he says here it's been a privilege to captain this club, but it feels the right time to step down from that role. The club has built a very strong leadership culture over the past 5 years. We have some excellent leaders at the Richmond club that will flourish in the captaincy role. And I suppose, Caro, we get to who could take over from Trent, and they're big shoes to fill, aren't they, at the Richmond Football Club? And here are some candidates that we've looked at, and I don't think Shane Edwards will be one, but you know, his name has been mentioned. It's just whether they go for the short term, if they don't believe these two men will be... Do they go Jack Revolt or Dylan Grimes for the short term, or do they go, no, Jack Graham at 23 or Nick Loston at 27?
Come on, Caro, you get a vote on this. Tell us who you're voting for.
Jack Graham is, for me, the lay-down misere. Trent Cotchin was very young when he took over the captaincy. Jack Graham is not the emerging champion as a player that Trent Cotchin was. And I think Jack Revolt said Trent was second only to Captain Blood as a Richmond captain, and I'd concur with that. I mean, he has just been remarkable. The way he has transformed his game. He owns so much of those three premierships. But Jack Graham, for me, Dustin Martin, I don't think you make captain. Jack Revolt might only have one more year left, and I don't like one-year captaincies. I love Dylan Grimes, but when Alex Rance retired early, they didn't put Dylan Grimes into the leadership group in that defender role. So there must be a reason for that. For mine, it's Jack Graham. What about you?
Yeah, Loston jumps out at me. I love the way he goes about his footy. He's hard, he's tough. I think Jack Graham at 23 still has a bit of learning to do. Has he been through all the situations that he needs to handle as captain? He'd have great support, undoubtedly. But even
with
cementing...
Trent Cotchin mentoring him, I suppose.
Yeah, and I think Trent Cotchin, all kudos, because he's done what he's done. But this is selfless again. This is a selfless act, not I'm going to eke out everything I can. Let's do it at the right time, what's best for the team.
And it's got me thinking, where else could there be changes, Caro, in this competition after what Trent Cotchin has done? And for all these guys, it's about how can they play their best football next year? And
Eight more captains.
I think Stephen Coniglio, it's a massive decision, and it'd surprise me if he still was the captain. Joel, do you do the similar thing that what Trent Cotchin has done? You'd think Geary, Jack Steele's the perfect captain. Doherty's had his health concerns, so it'd be an issue. Whitson Swallow, I think Took Miller is an ideal candidate. Pendlebury's coming to the end of his time. Would he do the same as what Cotchin's done? And the same for Zeeble. Nathan Fyfe's an interesting one, Ross. He's 30 in 3 days' time. Who would jump out at you at that club if it wasn't Fyfe?
Alex Pearce or Brayshaw for me.
Yeah.
And would you make a change now?
I'm not sure. If Nathan wants to lead, I think he's good enough to drag them through, but he carries enormous responsibility. It just might lighten the load on him. He'll still lead, but it's up to others to drive the standard. You got Mundy there in Fyfe. A bit like the Jack Graham. You've got the support. Maybe it's time. I think Brayshaw's a bit young, but could do it, and Alex Pearce could certainly do it.
Scott Pendlebury, Ed?
I'd make him assistant coach.
And
playing assistant.
Captain coach or assistant coach?
Assistant coach.
Okay.
Oh, well, unless he wanted to be a coach, I'd make him coach. But I'd make him
Taylor Adams.
I'd make him assistant coach. Yeah, Taylor Adams or Jeremy Howe, very strong in there. There's a few good young fellas coming through, but they've got a young group. So if Pendles was still there, I wouldn't be disappointed.